So the ADP numbers came out this morning, and they were significantly worse than expected, showing a decline of 33,000 jobs instead of an increase of 100,000 jobs. Not only that, but they revised the previous month down. So last month wasn't as good as they originally told us, which no shocker there because that happens all the time. The question is, what does that really mean? And digging into the numbers, what they were telling us is that employers aren't really laying off as much as maybe as being noted, but they're just not hiring new people because they're concerned about tariffs and inflation and all this economy. Now, this may end up being a bad news is good news situation for interest rates to be coming down. Now, I've talked about this ad nauseum. I personally didn't think over the last several months that Powell should be lowering interest rates. And for those of you who are continuing to push it, please understand he cut them 1% last fall, and the long-term rates that handle mortgages and car loans and stuff like that actually went up 1%. So when you tell me that he has to lower them to get those to go down, that's not always how it works. My issue then and my issue now is simply if the reason that you're raising interest rates or lowering interest rates is based upon data, then be consistent. Last fall, when you kept telling us that the economy was going great, that unemployment was going down, that inflation was going up, that things were kind of overheating, that's normally a time when you raise rates, not lower them, but you lower them. Normally, what you're doing for lowering interest rates is trying to spur on the economy when there are problems like this, because what you're trying to do is stop a recession. Why I think if he does it this time, if the data is showing that he needs to do it, that the market will go the right way. And I mean, the bond market will look at it and go, okay, we understand he's doing this for the right reasons and he's lowering, and you'll probably see the rates go down. You're also starting to see that in the bond market, even without him lowering, because it's starting to see that there are cracks in the economy and we're going to need to lower interest rates to spur on the economy. Again, I have no specific data on this. I can just see what's going on in the bond market and it's starting to go the right direction. And I think if he does it, it'll work out. Dickie out.